Steph Curry literally dropped a whole team? What? Hey guys, welcome back to Triple Double. Today we're going to be looking at some insane Steph Curry moments. Steph Curry's definitely one of the most likable and funniest NBA players ever. He's clowning around all the time, and he's fond of making funny commercials. So basically just watching him will make your day just much brighter. Steph was drafted 7th overall by the Golden State Warriors back in the 2009 NBA draft and took no time in becoming the franchise star player, obviously. Now, fast forward 13 years later, and he's still regularly in the MVP conversation, especially this season. Now, putting all those achievements aside, there's been a lot of embarrassing moments. So for today's video, we're going to be looking at times when Steph Curry absolutely humiliated his opponents. Let's start with the video. At number 7, Kendrick Perkins. Let's start this list up by taking a short trip down memory lane, back to 2018 in the NBA Finals, where Steph was arguably playing his best finals series ever. He was straight up unstoppable, but in Game 2, Steph was having a mediocre game. However, right when the third quarter ended, Steph did something that I would say is one of the most savage things I've ever seen. He basically went up to humiliate Kendrick Perkins. Yes, a 6'3" Stephen Curry just sunned a 6'10" Kendrick Perkins. He looked him straight up and down and asked him, quote, "You ain't playing tonight?" Whew, like how disrespectful that is. The reason for him doing that though is because Steph allegedly thought that Perkins tried to trip him. I mean, I don't know, it's such a childish thing to do unless you're the coach of the Steelers, obviously. However, the thing Perkins was saying back to Steph really backfired at him. And Perkins just made everything worse for the Cavs because Steph was having a mediocre game. But after that, he banged 5 more threes, scoring 16 points in the fourth quarter, extending the lead from 10 to a whole 20-point blowout in the finals. Whew, that's just crazy, man. I mean, come on, doesn't everyone know by now that once you start talking crap to a star player like Steph Curry, the player's gonna start just going off for the rest of the game? Come on now, it's just basic NBA knowledge at this point. At number 6, Patrick Beverley. This situation revolves around players talking crap. By players, I mean Patrick Beverley. And I guess Patrick never learns because he's been getting physical while in game for a long time. And Beverley just has never learned as he continues to do it, and in another game, and obviously Pat Bev just never learns. So let's take a look at one time where he tried to go up against Steph Curry. Steph finally had enough of Beverley's antics and proceeded to drop 40 on his head. But even after dropping 40, he wasn't done, and what he did to finish off that game was just priceless. The guy was literally counting the clock down precisely in his head as he drove to the basket. Basically, he left his opponent with only half a second. Yeah, that's just humiliating for Patrick Beverley, the so-called first team all defense. But of course, Patrick never stops talking, as apparently he told Steph, quote, "You had the last 5 years, the next 5 years are mine." To which Curry replied by saying, "Aren't you 31? Sheesh." Steph is just great, man. He's the best shooter of all time, he's funny, and he's one of the most likable players in NBA history, and he's an absolute savage. Next up at number 5, Jaylen Brown. Brown was a rookie at the time of this incident, and like many others, thought it was a good idea to start talking crap to the reigning MVP, and what Steph did really shut him up right away. He proceeded to hit him with a fake out 3-pointer, all while yelling, "Oh yeah," and pointing at Jaylen. And that's just disrespectful. He even made the keep talking gesture afterward, and in fact, Jaylen kept talking after the game ended. And Jaylen, after being asked about the interaction, called what Steph did cute. Yeah, that was a mistake, as Steph never forgot that. And we know that as the very next season, the next time they played, he decided to drop a full 49 points on Jaylen in the Celtics. Yikes. At number 4, Chris Paul. I think we all can agree that Curry has some of the best handles in the NBA. And with having some of the best handles over time, you're going to take ankles anywhere and everywhere. And sometimes a whole team's ankles. I don't know, maybe it's just the Clippers. It honestly seems like Steph really just owns them. Steph didn't do it just once though. The same season Curry did it again. And he did it to one of the best point guards ever seen. Steph really crossed up CP3 without even knowing it. Man, are you really going to do the point guard like that? However, they don't necessarily have any bad blood regarding all that, as they both spoke on this crossover, and they both had a laugh about it. So it was a pretty wholesome interaction to see. At number 3, his half-court shot against the Clippers. Steph has hit a lot of half-court shots over his years. I mean, it's kind of just normal for him at this point, but when it's against the Clippers at the moment, it just felt wrong. I mean, I just don't know what I should feel. Proud of Steph or sad for the Clippers? Like, he really did hit that half-court shot when running around the whole court, and he even took a dolphin dive like it was Black Ops 1. Yeah, I think we can officially say Steph owns the Clippers. It's just embarrassing for them now. At number 2, another half-court shot. We've all seen how over the years Curry has hit many game winners, but this game was different. The game started off very casual. Curry only had 15 points going into halftime, you know, just casual. The second half started and disaster struck. Steph sprained his ankle and he signaled for a foul. Curry was a little shaken up, but slowly got up, but headed immediately to the locker room. Steve Kerr even suspected that Steph would be done for the game, but luckily enough, Steph felt this sprain wasn't too bad and was able to come back into the game at the 5-minute mark of the third. And the rest of the game showed us why I call this guy right here the best shooter of all time and why he was the reigning MVP that year. Steph hit 3 after 3, but the game still went into overtime, and by then Steph already had 43 points and made a total of 11 3-pointers. And what happened next is probably one of the most iconic and most disrespectful shots you'll ever see. I could cry watching it, to be honest. A shot from Curry with 0.6 of a second remaining? Yeah, you heard that right. He really did that. He really pulled up from the logo and banged the 3 for the win. That has to be one of the most disrespectful shots you can take for a game winner, and he was injured that game. What? He really is that amazing. And finally, at number 1, Kyle Lowry. This one happened back in 2013 against the Toronto Raptors, and yeah, I don't know why stuff like this always happens to the Raptors, but this was probably one of the most humiliating games ever for them. And after Kyle Lowry hit a shot, they were up to 27 points just 3 minutes into the third quarter, and after this moment, Steph took it upon himself to turn this game over for them and get the crowd involved. He scored a total of 23 points, dished out 7 assists, 7 rebounds, and picked up 3 steals. All after that, Kyle Lowry shot, leading them to one of the most amazing comebacks I've ever seen, and ultimately making the Raptors lose by 9 points. Seriously, in my opinion, if at any point an NBA team is up 27 freaking points and ends up losing by 9, that team deserves to be blown up. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. The next season they traded Rudy Gay and ended up becoming better for the long haul. So hey, who knew Steph could actually help the Raptors, because like they won a ring the next year or something. All in all, Steph Curry is definitely a great player, and being able to get back at players who disrespect him is just a cherry on top to his greatness. It just makes him more likable. Anyways guys, this wraps up our video for today. Which moment did you think is the most humiliating? Let us know in the comments down below. Mine definitely is the last one. Let me know yours. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.